Today we are talking fonts. We are talking how to style your fonts in-game, as we are in practically a period of spring cleaning of your UI as you're trying different combinations and different styles for your new characters after the commission of many of our beloved add-ons. One of the things you might style is your fonts, because there is a ton to style in the game, whether it is your damage meters, your new cooldown manager fonts, your party or raid fonts, your own frame fonts, maybe even the action bars or even the chat or the tooltips or the chat bubbles and the quest text, etc, etc. So Blizzard, of course, already gives us some different fonts for us to work with, but we want more, right? We want more cooler, different styles of font which are not normally, for example, available in game, and you want to pick them up from different styles, which you can download and pick for yourself, whichever ones you enjoy more. So for this, the process is very fast, unless you want to add like 600 fonts. There are two things you want to download as your add-ons. One of these is likely already installed. It was installed automatically by one of your other add-ons. It's called lib shared media. This is the communist add-on. This is the add-on that shares the wealth across all other add-ons. So if one of your add-ons adds fonts or textures or sounds to the game, all other add-ons get access to it. They get to share the wealth of the extra fonts across all the other add-ons that can have more fonts. That's what lib shared media does, and is already often installed by other add-ons because they make use of this. Things like details, things like bartender, things like grid or even cell used to make use of this. So this is likely already in use for you. The second one is the shared media additional fonts. This is what is used to share additional fonts and also allows you to install your own fonts that you want in-game. So when you go inside of your retail interface add-ons folder and you scroll down to your shared media additional fonts, you will have the base folder of the fonts of the add-on because it gives you some default extra fonts picked up by the add-on itself. The way you add more, and if you want to make sure you can distinguish the ones added by the add-ons and your own, you can make a different folder. Just call it fonts extra or your fonts, my fonts, more fonts, additional fonts, whatever. You can just go online and search for download free fonts and you will find plenty of options around getting free fonts. It's not that hard to find any of these. Just pick whichever one you like, immediately click download and you will have it in a zip file downloaded for you. So you extract whichever font you want. You pick up the font in its TTF file or OTF file, put them in the folder you want, the folder you have chosen for your fonts in your shared media additional fonts folder of your add-ons. And then you open and edit the shared media additional fonts Lua file. Because once you open this, you will find a series of these blocks right here. These are used to register all of the different fonts you're adding. It is essentially the name of the add-on which sends the command to register a certain type of feature. In this case, it's a font because the add-on itself is only for fonts. It's not for borders or textures or sounds. And the commands here are the name you want to see in game, Vermin Vibes, and then where this Vermin Vibes font is. In this case, our Vermin Vibes is right over here, which is of course in the shared media additional fonts extra folder. So you put this name in the fonts extra folder named verminvibes.ttf. And then if you want to add perfect penmanship, you do the exact same. You name this perfect penmanship and the folder is called perfectpenmanship.ttf or OTF, depending on the file of your text. Once you have these saved and you made the entire list of the fonts you want right over here and you pick them all up, they will show up in game, like Escargot or Calvera or Black Mustang. You go back in game, you look at the fonts right here, and you will have Black Mustang right here or Escargot right here, and you can pick them up to shape your UI. Now it is slightly better for you if you want to create a new folder, first of all because it allows you to distinguish the default ones added by the add-ons and your own, and also because it saves you possible misadventures in case there is an update of the add-on. If you have your own folder, the update of the add-on will not touch your own folder because it's a different one from the folders being updated. So you're not going to lose them basically by mistake, and you're going to keeping them in-game. That's the best way for you to add extra fonts in-game, and this will work for any add-on that makes use of extra fonts. So basically, most of the time, anytime you open an add-on and you find somewhere in here, right, somewhere in here, in some settings, an ability to go to some kind of text styling, they will have the options. All of these will still have the same options. In this case, bartender has the option to style the text. Details has it, the RQI has it. If we open RQI here, we pick any of the options which can allow us to style the text, like charge, stack text. It's going to open up and have all of the text options. Same in this case goes for grid, same goes for the unhalted unit frame. In this case, even the likely still usable in Midnight Northern Sky rate tools. Does it have the option to edit the font? Right over here. You can go in here and pick up one of these fonts that are not available normally in game that we just added, like we added Black Mustang, for example. Here it is. It's still available in this add-on because you added it in the shared media file, which hooks up to lib shared media add-on, which shares all of the fonts to all of the add-ons that can use extra fonts. And in this case, this Northern Sky Reminders thing is also taking use of these fonts. So basically, more or less, any add-on that does have an extra font option will allow you to pick up any of the fonts you added in-game. This was the quick and easy way for you to add more fonts to your game and style your game differently than the default version of Blizzard. We will soon get to how to style other things like borders and bars, but this is a bit more complicated. So for now, we go to the simpler version of editing, which starts with the fonts. So this was the quick and easy for once. We made a quick video about this, quick and easy PSA about styling your fonts in WoW, in Midnight, in the pre-patch for the constructions of your new UIs for now. So with this out of the way, we're now leaving each other for today. We're starting our goodbyes by thanking everyone for having watched the video, together with, of course, everyone else who's been supporting Competitive for free by liking and commenting down below, as well as subscribing to the channel itself. Now, with these things out of the way, thank you guys again for watching. See you guys tomorrow, and in the meantime, that's good. That's good. We wanted to make this video short, and I think this qualifies for being short enough. It's fine.